Why is Bitcoin pumping? And where does it go from here? In this video, we're going to look at two key reasons why Bitcoin has been so bullish lately, as well as some very bold price prediction from leading crypto experts in the industry. As Bitcoin goes on a run, will there still be move to the upside, or is everything about to start crashing down? I'm DZ. It's time to discover crypto. The first reason you're seeing so much excitement with Bitcoin's price lately is the growing expectation that a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, or ETF, might be approved soon. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to Craig Salm, Chief Legal Officer of Grayscale Investments. Here Greg comments on Grayscale's battle with the SEC.
And you are such a key player at Grayscale in that narrative. Give me an update on, we know that you've been meeting with the SEC and hearing a lot more about their engagement with the industry. Give me an update.
Absolutely. So it's great to be here with you tonight at the Blockchain Association Policy Summit in DC. Following our lawsuit victory back in August, where a DC Circuit Court panel 3 judges agreed with our case that if the commission is okay with Bitcoin futures, then they should be treating spot Bitcoin ETFs the same. We've seen very good progress on the SEC front ourselves as well as other applicants.
A matter of if, not when. It really can't get more bullish than that. But what are other experts saying? Now let's listen to the senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg, Eric Balchunas. The Bloomberg analysts give 90% odds that the ETF will be approved in January. Let's listen to what Eric has to say.
Bloomberg and your team have it at 90% probability that we will have a spot Bitcoin ETF approval by January of next year. So talk to us about that prediction. What has gone into that analysis?
Yeah, we've been at 90% for months now. As I like to say, before it was cool and before it was safe. I see all these big institutions like JP Morgan and Standard Chartered, they're now coming out with, oh yeah, we're more and more confident we should see approval. I'm like, it's easy to say now. It was hard when we did it, but the reason we did it was that we really work a lot of sources. We work a lot of the history and the technicalities. We consult with lawyers and legal experts. And what really got us bullish this time was, first of all, the Grayscale lawsuit. Them losing 3-0 in court was huge. Our legal analysts said they have very little wiggle room anymore. So that's when we immediately went to 90%.
And the judges in this ruling wrote that the SEC did not properly explain its different treatment of similar products when it rejected Grayscale's bid. So more and more reason why Grayscale might be approved the second week of January. But what is the second reason why we're seeing such explosive gains with Bitcoin? Well, that would be the Bitcoin halving. This takes place every 4 years and is scheduled for April-May of 2024. CoinGecko's made a great video on what the Bitcoin halving is. Let's watch.
Bitcoin halving is a process that regulates the amount of Bitcoin rewards issued to miners for helping secure the network. Specifically, it does this by cutting the reward in half roughly every 4 years.
So now we know what the Bitcoin halving is. Why would this affect the price, however?
What does the halving mean for Bitcoin? Based on the basic principles of supply and demand, the Bitcoin halving tends to result in increased Bitcoin prices if demand increases or remains constant. This is because the halving reduces the amount of new Bitcoin entering the market. Bitcoin's limited supply of 21 million makes it a scarce and thus valuable asset if the demand for it continues to increase. Estimates predict that the last halving will happen in 2140, after which miners will get 0 block rewards for mining, but will still be able to collect transaction fees for keeping the blockchain running.
This is the Bitcoin halving lined up on Bitcoin's price on a logarithmic price chart. You can see the first halving here where we had a nice explosive run up. Then we had another halving followed by another run up, and then yet again, and we are scheduled to have one right around April, which would be this vertical line that you're seeing right there. What is Bitcoin going to do after that halving? History doesn't have to repeat itself, but it certainly could rhyme. But what are the experts saying the halving will do to the price? Well, this model is hinting at $130,000 after the Bitcoin halving. This price prediction comes from CryptoCon, the creator of the halving cycles theory. And according to his theory, plus or minus 21 days from November 28th, 2025 will be Bitcoin's next all-time high. He does this by creating a trend line in the run-up before the first bull run to see what the run-up will be at the next bull run. This trend line perfectly predicted our top here. If you go back to this trend line, it then predicted the top for November 2021. His next prediction is giving us over $130,000 Bitcoin. I personally think this is a very solid price target, but let's get some bullish targets before Bitcoin's halving. We are now going to look at 9 different price prediction for the Bitcoin halving here. Standard Charter comes in first. They're saying $120,000 by the end of 2024. This is revised upward from their previous target of $100K. Next, we have Bitcoin OG Adam Back. Adam Back is saying he'll hit $100K before Bitcoin's halving by the end of March 2024. Investment bank Berenberg has got a slightly more bearish or neutral position here. They are saying Bitcoin will go to $56,000 by April 2024. Fundstrat's target goes to the stratosphere. They are saying Bitcoin will reach $180,000 by its 2024 halving. They are banking on the launch of the ETFs and the historical halving to have a huge impact on the price. And Jesse Myers has a slightly more bearish take as well. He is saying Bitcoin will go to $100K after the halving, will not reach it before the halving. And he's saying this could take up to 18 months for this price to fully take effect. But what do the robot overlords say? OpenAI is saying a $33,000 post halving, which I found funny because won't AI use Bitcoin? And then Google Bard, way more bullish, they're saying $100K. And Bing just didn't want you to feel a sting. There you have it. We're seeing 2 main reasons for Bitcoin's pump. We have the ETF anticipation and the anticipation of the halving. Where do you think Bitcoin's going to be by April 2024? And how high do you think Bitcoin will go next bull run? Please leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you at the top.